Fujii, and welcome to the 5th session of Agriculture 194E, Focus on Agriculture. Focus on Agriculture is a one-credit course offered by your College of Agriculture, Forestry, and Natural Resource Management here at the University of Hawaii at Hilo. And we come to you live every Thursday evening from the television studios located in the Mookini Library here on the University of Hawaii at Hilo campus. Before I go on, if I could have the Elmo, please. If you ever have to get a hold of me, there are several ways that you can. One is by snail mail at 200 West Kauili Street, Hilo, Hawaii, 96720-4091, or by phone at 933-0850, or by fax at 974-7674. And by email, my email address is jfujii@hawaii.edu. Also, while I have the Elmo, I'd like to say a few words about our College of Agriculture, Forestry, and Natural Resource Management. We have a program in agribusiness for those who are interested in the agribusiness side, the business side of agriculture. We also have a specialization in agroecology and environmental quality for those who are interested in the environmental side of agriculture. And we also have an animal science program which has a pre-veterinary medicine program and a production option. I just wanted to say I think we placed about 4 students in vet school this coming year, so we're very happy about that. We also have a program in aquaculture for those who are interested in fin fish or algae and things like that. We also have a program in crop protection for those who are interested in protecting crops from weeds, insects, and disease. And we also have a program in general agriculture for those who are not too sure what area to go into in agriculture. And finally, we have a specialization in tropical horticulture. We are a very hands-on program, so if you know of anyone who is interested in a hands-on program in agriculture, please let me know. Since we are coming to you live this evening at approximately 8 p.m., those of you in the viewing audience, and of course those of you here in the classroom, can ask questions of us, our guests this evening. So I hope you jot a few notes down and give us a call later on this evening. We have another very interesting presentation for you. We hope that you don't change the channel. My guests this evening are from the Hawaii Community College Automotive program. And my guests this evening are Harold Fujii, who's one of the instructors at the Hawaii Community College Automotive program. We also have Christopher Pratt, who's a first-year student in the automotive program. We also have John Nishimoto, who's a second-year member of the program, and Brent Sakamoto, who's also a second-year program member. So I'm going to turn the class over to Harold, and we'll start doing some local cooking. So Harold, why don't you take over?
Okay, the first recipe we're going to do is, Chris, I understand this is an old family recipe.
Yes.
And what do you call it?
I call it my soul food recipe.
And
I call it sweet and sour Brussels sprouts.
Okay, can you explain? I see you got some bacon chopped up over here.
I have bacon already chopped up.
Okay, so do you chop it up in, any particular size?
Just small pieces.
Just small pieces, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you can show us some. Watch your fingers there. We don't want fingers in there too.
So Harold, your students are pretty good cooks as a whole, because you have a party usually at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Fantastic food, right?
Yep, and this is where we sampled, Chris's family recipe, Brussels sprouts, and when he said he's going to do this, my thought of Brussels sprouts, everybody goes Brussels sprouts, okay. But really, it's a very good I mean, it's the best I ever ate. You know, it's really good. So he decided, you know, he wanted to come on and show us his recipe. So.
All right.
what we
Well,
do-
to start, we put bacon. I use here I have 1.5 pounds of bacon. I put it into a hot pan.
So why do you call this soul food, Chris?
I call it soul food because, well, I'm sort of half black, and I just used it.
Okay. Good for the soul.
Good for the soul.
There you go.
Oh no, my mother said that it's full of soul.
Oh, okay.
So do you fry it crispy or how?
Done. I wouldn't say too crispy. I mean, you know,
You want me to watch that for you?
please. Now I'm gonna cut 1 onion without cutting myself.
So this is an old family recipe.
Yeah, pretty much adopted. See, this recipe only came out during Thanksgiving,
I see.
so it was only once a year. But I decided to make it all the time, and Brussels sprouts have vitamins in it that help you. I'm not sure which one.
Yeah, it's kind of like broccoli, you know, it's in the cruciferous family. We have Brussels sprouts and cabbage and broccoli all belong to the same family, so it's good healthy food.
So Chris, do you eat a lot of Brussels sprouts?
Only made like this, not any other way.
But
'cause-
did you eat a lot?
No.
No. Oh, I was gonna say maybe
Just
that
like
helped
every-
you grow so tall. Eh?
Every other kid did not eat their greens. I was one of those kids.
So I hear you played football in high school, huh?
Yeah, I was a quarterback for. I lived in Gary, Indiana,
Uh-huh.
and I was a QB at William A. Word High School.
And how'd the school do? Your senior year?
Sucked.
Oh, shucks.
That's why I quit my sophomore year and
I see.
went elsewhere. Just like everybody else is, you know. Okay, now I chopped it up. It doesn't have to be minced. It can be big pieces.
Okay. Kind of brown, get the bacon going, and then the onions going after that.
Yes, and then
Boy, that sure smells good from here. Got my soul going. So what made you go into the automotive program, Chris?
I got sick of my car always breaking down and never knew how to,
Fix it?
yeah, never knew how to
see.
fix it.
And so now you're learning how?
Yeah, and along the way, I'm fixing my dad's car,
All
our
right.
van, you know. Saves money on him.
So,
Well, this is cooking. The Brussels sprouts basically go into a pot. I use 4 pounds of Brussels sprouts,
okay, 4 pounds of Brussels sprouts.
and they're frozen Brussels sprouts.
Okay. But you could use fresh if you wanted to, right?
The recipe calls for them to be frozen. It's
Oh,
just
okay.
one less thing to put in, as in water.
I
Because
see.
you're not necessarily boiling it, you're steaming them.
Okay.
The water that's in the frozen ice cubes, you would say, would gently burn away because of the steam, but it steams them, and I'll be putting vinegar. I'll be putting 1.5 cups of vinegar,
Okay.
half cup sugar,
Okay. Half cup sugar.
a little pepper,
Okay. Little
and
bit
the
pepper.
secret recipe, or the secret ingredient, is my Coleman's mustard, and it's really strong. You have to take only a little bit. For this recipe, it's 1/4 teaspoon.
Okay. 1/4 teaspoon, and you find that Coleman the best, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Not that we endorse any particular
Yeah,
mustard brand.
you can pick it up from any local store. I remember for our party, there was We sent some students to this other big store in Kona, and they went up to him and said, we're looking for Brussels sprouts. Do you have any? The kids said, I don't know what they look like. So of course they didn't have any.
Well, they're going to know what Brussels sprouts are after tonight's program.
Hopefully I'll help out all those farmers back home. They'll think
right.
The demand will go up.
Everybody's going to cook this after they see you prepare this dish.
Well, might as well put it in now. I'll put it in the 4-pound Brussels sprouts. Frozen.
Okay, so 4 pounds of frozen Brussels sprouts.
Yes.
Into a large pot.
Yes.
So how's your automotive program this year, Harold?
Oh, it's always doing okay. You know, we got a lot of students, and we have good students, good second-year students. You know, a lot of them are having jobs available. It's quite a boom right now, you know, on job opportunity. And also, you know, through conversation earlier today, I know your son was our former student. I heard he's coming home.
He's coming home this Saturday for a 2-week vacation.
Yeah, and
so he'll come visit you.
That's almost a done deal. He's going to come and visit us. Yeah, and his boss was here, you know, a couple of weeks ago, and talked really good about, you know, not because it's your son, you know, but he talks really good about about him, you know. He's doing real well, and he's very happy. Yeah?
Oh, that's good to hear.
So that's one thing you don't have to worry about. He's doing good.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in Torrance, California now, and I guess he's working for some Acura dealer.
Yes, yeah, and I guess, you know, it's a very busy place, and you know, he's coming along real well.
Well, I see more cars in Hilo, and boy, with all the cars in Hilo, you're going to need a lot of auto mechanics, I think. Huh?
Yep, and it shows as far as on the job market right now, yeah. So it's really good for the students that graduating.
So if there's anybody out there that wants to get into your automotive program, what do they do, Harold?
Well, first they'll have to, of course, apply.
Okay.
And then declare auto mechanics as your major. Then you have to take your placement exam to see if you meet the minimum entry requirements, and then whoever applies first that meets the minimum is accepted.
So first come, first serve, who meets the minimum qualification.
Yes.
Do you have a lot of women in your
We
automotive
do, not a lot, but we have a few. In fact, we have one right now that's doing real well, yeah, out working in industry and over on the Kona side.
Wow.
Yeah, so we have one, which is actually Chris's partner. You know, he's the shortest guy in class, and he works with Melissa, right?
Smallest girl.
The smallest girl, and you know, it's quite a sight. You know, he's sitting on his 5-gallon bucket under the car, and she's standing up, and he's taller than her.
Trying to crank a bolt. Each time I crank the bolt, she moves, you know. She has to hold it.
I hope she's watching right now.
Yeah. I hope she don't call in. I know.
Well, you know, it's good to have a mechanic friend, you know, because when something goes wrong with your car, you can
MacGyver it.
Yeah.
MacGyver it. Put some duct tape over it, man.
Okay, so what's next, Chris?
So now I'm going to put the 1.5 cup of vinegar.
1.5 cups of regular vinegar into the Brussels sprouts.
Yes.
Okay.
I choose the clear one because it tastes better than the red vinegar.
Oh, okay. Just the regular vinegar.
Yeah, distilled vinegar.
And then?
Then I put half cup sugar.
Okay, half a cup of sugar.
I like your measuring cup. You must have done this a lot.
Yeah, I just have skill.
Okay.
Skill to get it right.
Okay.
He's a true chef.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't have to use a measuring
That's
cup.
half a cup. What half is that? The top half or the bottom half?
Well, after you put all the ingredients in, you have to taste it. And when you know it's done, you take a fork, or I'll use my knife, and it has to go all the way through with ease. Then you know it's done.
I have a fork.
Is it plastic? 'Cause I don't
No,
want to
no, it's not plastic.
And you taste it, and if it's too sour, you put a little sugar. If it's too sweet, put a little vinegar.
So you adjust it to your taste.
Yeah, so basically if I mess up, I can fix it.
All right. It's the same thing with a car, right? If you mess up, you can fix it.
What about that thing that happened today?
Aren't you glad you was in a tool room today?
Mm-hmm. Somebody broke a bolt. Not gonna say who, Junior or somebody like that.
I hope
One of
you
those
watch
boys.
it.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think's the hardest part of being an auto mechanic, Chris?
Hardest part.
Yeah. What's the hardest job you had so far? Or was everything duck soup?
Trying to fit under the car.
Yeah, trying to fit on that car.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. 'Cause I mean, all jobs aren't necessarily hard. They're interesting, you know, and I'll put my all into it, you know. But I only can do so much.
So how crispy you gonna fry that bacon?
Not done yet.
Not done yet.
So how do you know when the bacon onion mixture is done?
Well, I mean, a lot of people have cooked bacon and onion. It's just, you know, you know. I can't say how long. I never sat here and counted how long.
What about the color of the onion or something? No.
You can just go by feel, right?
Yeah, the
Not
feel.
like a true cook.
The feel is just not to burn it. That's all.
I see.
I mean, you know, if you start seeing black, then it's pretty much done. Just like bacon, you got to turn it down.
Yeah, it's not down yet. Yeah, there you go.
And so the Brussels sprouts are under the fire now?
No, not really. I could do it, but I'd rather have all the juices together.
I see.
We'll sprinkle a little pepper, black pepper. Since you got 4 pounds, you just sprinkle it around.
Pepper to taste, huh?
I'll put in the
secret weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The yellow mustard.
Secret weapon is the 1/4 teaspoon of dried mustard.
Yeah, I'm guessing here because I'm not a real chef. The only thing I have to worry about is quarts of oil and what kind. So that might.
You gotta go bam.
Kick it up a notch. Huh?
A tad bit more. That was the Pratt extra.
Pitch. Yeah.
Okay.
You need this. I'll move it away if you don't need it anymore.
Oh yeah, I'll need that anymore. I'll need this.
What about the pepper?
No.
Maybe to adjust? No. Okay.
So have you fixed any cars lately, Chris?
Oh, not including my dad's. My dad's car I fixed, the van, Dodge.
What was wrong with it?
Yeah, what hasn't gone wrong with it? No, I had to fix the master cylinder.
Uh-huh. The clutch or the brake?
The brakes is the master cylinder.
Okay.
Right now I'm mixing it, make sure everything's, you know, mixed together.
You know, in the olden days, everyone could work on a car because there's not, you know, there's a lot of space to work in that engine compartment. But these days, it's full of all kinds of junk in there, and you don't want to touch it. Huh?
Yeah. Well, no, it's interesting. I've used the OBD1, OBD2, which is a scanning probe to scan the ECM, which is the computer in the car.
Wow, that's very impressive, Harold. Your students, you're teaching your students some
Hey,
high-tech
Shimizu
stuff
will
there.
give me an A, huh?
Yeah, you'll get on A for the day.
Yeah, my
I'll tell you what, you'll have an A for tomorrow.
Boy, you left me in the dust
No,
there,
no. School.
Chris.
Huh? What's that?
I don't have school tomorrow.
There you go. Nah, you're the man. You're the man.
Yeah, Shimizu will
He's
give.
the only first-year student that said he was gonna come, and no matter what, even if the rescue came to pull him away, he would tell him go home, and he'll show up over here, and he did. And we're proud of him, Pratt. Right, Chris? We're proud of you. He's really a very shy person. That's why, you know, it takes a lot for him to do this. Right, Chris?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
But boy, I swear he really knows how to cook some tasty food, because from here it really smells good.
What I do? Still lighting.
Don't worry. You want it high or low?
Medium heat.
Medium.
Is what I put it on.
Okay.
Medium, okay, medium.
So the
Look at it,
bacon onion
Is almost done.
is almost done. Maybe we can get an overhead shot of that bacon and onions.
Yeah, you see, it's almost burnt. That's when you know it's done. You know, some people might wait until it's really crispy. Some people like the fat.
Yeah. Yeah.
You told me to. I told him I need to strain the grease. He said, no, why? It's just more tasty. But it hurts the heart, you know.
Yeah, you're right. Right.
Yeah, so I think it's done.
You think it's done? Okay, turn it off. Okay, there you go.
Then you just kind of mix that into the Brussels sprouts.
Yes, put it right in with the Brussels sprouts. I'll try not to get oil in here, or the grease. Shake, baby, shake.
You're shaking.
Ah,
Yeah, that looks
Must
good.
be that the pan is too heavy for you.
not compared to like a transmission.
Oh,
Okay,
that
that's
bacon oil, that really adds flavor, you know.
Yep. Okay, you don't need your frying pan, eh, Brent?
Nope.
Okay.
It's kind of hot, huh? So right now you just mix it all together.
Guess that's a lot of saturated fat. You want to make sure you eat unsaturated fat.
Yeah. It's those artery pluggers.
Then you cover the lid.
Just kind of let it simmer, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
Look at the height of the flame. Is that okay? Lower, higher?
For right now, I might make it higher since we are on TV and we have a limit of time, huh?
No,
yeah,
we
my stove is not the best in the world, so when you put it on high heat, it'll probably be just right.
Yeah. So, see, now you lock out. If it burns, you can just blame the stove.
Mm-hmm.
So, is that it? And we'll
That's
check
it.
it after?
We'll check it out.
Okay, who's coming
Okay.
up next?
Well,
You
for
need
those
this?
of you who just
I'll
joined us,
need
you're watching
those.
Agriculture 194E, Focus on Agriculture. And this evening we're featuring the Hawaii Community College Automotive Program. And my guests this evening are Harold Fujii, the head instructor there, and Brent Sakamoto, John Nishimoto, and Christopher Pratt. And so far we've had Chris come on, and he's prepared for us soul food sweet and sour Brussels sprouts. And now we're going to have Brent come on, and he's going to make some smoked meat chili.
You want me to move the pot over to this stove, that pot?
Oh, this is tasty local food.
Okay.
So Harold, did you have a hard time getting these students to come on TV with you?
Well, Brent and John, they're old pros already. They've been on the show before, and I had to do a lot of coaching on Chris's sake, because you know he's a big guy, but he's very, very shy, and you know he's a very nice person. Don't let that looks fool you. So we had to really kind of, you notice his arm is a little crooked. We had to kind of twist his arm to, you know, come over here. So, but he did. He showed up. Remember, now you're just one notch. You know that one up. One up on the list. Well, if you come next year, then you'll be 10 up. I'm breaking the sweat here. I know. Okay, Brent. What is your recipe called?
Smoked meat chili.
Oh, that sounds good.
Just a little variation on your plain chili. Thought it might be a little interesting.
Okay. Looks very interesting.
Brent, is your mic on? You better turn your mic on, make sure it's on.
Yeah, outside.
Okay, there we go. So what are we going to start off with, Brent?
First, I want to bring the pot just a little hot, and then I have about a 1/3 pound of bacon. I just use it for a little flavor and kind of the fat to help fry the rest of the ingredients.
Okay, 1/3 pound of bacon that's been chopped.
Yes. Add that.
Okay. And where did you get this recipe from, Brent?
Top of my head.
Top of your head. All right. Really creative here.
Basically, you just want to render the bacon till you got enough oil in there to fry the rest of the ingredients.
Okay.
Then you have about 1 whole medium onion diced.
Okay.
Maybe one medium-sized bell pepper diced.
Okay.
And about a bulb of garlic, 1 whole bulb, crushed.
Okay. Okay. So far it's 1/3 cup of bacon that's been chopped, and then 1 medium bell pepper diced, 1 medium onion diced, and 1 bulb of garlic that's been minced.
Yes.
Okay.
So you just basically want to get the fat going with the bacon so you can fry the vegetables. And once the vegetables are, the onion and the bell pepper are sweated down to where they're not crispy, they're kind of soft, then you can add smoked meat. I make my own, so it's easy for me to get, but I guess you could get in the store. You could use, I think they have smoked meat in the stores, or you could just use bacon. What it does is, I like it because it just adds a little smoky flavor to the chili, so it's just a little different. It's not your just plain chili that everybody's used to.
And Brent, you know, I know he's modest, but he makes really good smoked meat. It's homemade, and you know.
So do you sell the smoked meat sometime, Brent?
Sometimes. Just a little money-making thing for me on the side, you know.
So if someone wanted some smoked meat, how they get a hold of it? Just call Harold?
He's got all the You should see him. He has the students making pig candy all day. Kind of tracking too, you know. Welding them.
I see.
We had one pig that got out. So,
Yeah, it's a little rendered down. Then you can add the garlic.
Okay. Minced garlic is next. Yeah, that garlic really puts a flavor in there.
Yeah. Too bad they couldn't smell it out there.
So Brent, do you have a job waiting for you when you graduate?
Yeah, I'm going to work for my friend's little shop.
Oh.
Kind of a slower pace where I can learn a little bit more, take my time on stuff. But yeah, I have a job waiting for me. You can throw in the smoked meat, which is about a 1/2 pound.
Okay, 1/2 pound of smoked meat.
Get that going in there.
So do you have a good recipe for smoked meat?
I think it is.
It's beginning to smell good. Huh?
Yeah.
Between Chris's soul food sweet and sour Brussels sprout and this smoked meat chili, boy. We're going to be eating tonight.
Now you can add your bell pepper.
Okay, bell pepper goes in next.
Followed by your onion.
Okay, and chopped round onions. So do you do a lot of cooking at home?
Yeah. Not because I have to. It's I guess it's something I like to do. I learned it from my dad. My dad, when growing up, my dad used to do a majority of the cooking, and I just kind of picked up my skills from him.
Yeah, he comes from a great cooking family.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that chili looks like it's going to taste good. So what do you like most about the automotive program, Brent?
Messing with cars, you know. Most people viewed auto mechanics as just someone that fixes it. Yeah, I like to do that too, but I like to learn about the vehicle, the engine itself, and maybe possibly, you know, make a little high performance little thing. Maybe a four-cylinder V8. Yeah.
So do you use wild pig?
No. If I do sell it, I try to use pork butt. I think that it's a little bit more safe on the safer side. Not saying that wild pork is bad or anything. It's just that, you know, I'd prefer not to have anyone get sick.
So you just cut up the wild, I mean
into
not
strips.
the wild, but the pork butt, and then you soak it in your special sauce, and then you just smoke it.
Yeah.
How long do you smoke it anyway?
Anywhere from 4 to 6 hours.
And what kind of wood do you use to smoke?
I prefer Kiawe wood, but Ohia is good too. Basically, those two I use, Ohia and Kiawe wood. It gives a real nice flavor to the meat from the smoke.
Have you ever tried guava?
My dad mentioned that guava would work well too. I may try that later. It is a little bit easier to get than Ohia. Okay, now we have it a little sweated down. This is about 4.5 pounds of boneless short ribs. Doesn't have to be boneless short ribs. You could use a chuck roast, chuck steak, basically any type of meat that you like. And what you'd want to do is you want to cut it up in small little bite-sized pieces. You know?
Okay. About 4 to 5 pounds of boneless beef short ribs.
You add that.
Well, if Brent uses short rib, then you better use short rib. Then you'll know it'll taste good. And then you just let that all cook down, huh?
Basically, once you've had all the ingredients in, the hard part really to me is the prep, where you have to cut all the little, everything into little bits. But basically, after you've done that and you've got it all in the pot, it's basically you just add your tomato sauce, your chili seasoning. I like to put in a couple of bay leaves, a little pepper. Usually, you could add salt if you want more salt in it, but usually the chili mix already has salt, and it's enough for me. Okay. And once you've added all these ingredients, you can basically just put it on the side, let it simmer for about 15 minutes to about half an hour, depending on how soft you want the meat.
Okay.
The longer you leave it, the meat will become very soft, and it'll almost like fall apart.
Is there any special kind of chili mix that you use?
Not really, just basically what's on sale. No.
Okay, just go to
your local supermarket, any kind of chili mix
look
that
for
you're
the chili mix, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
That you're partial to. Some people like certain brands.
Okay. And that's 3 packages of chili mix,
Yes.
which is about, what size is that about?
I'd say it's about maybe about 4 tablespoons.
4 tablespoons of chili mix, okay. And about, you say, 2 to 3 bay leaves?
Yeah. Bay leaves, bay leaf is optional. I know some people don't like it. The bay leaf and the chili mix, I put in about 2 because that's what I like. Sometimes the chili mix makes it a little bit too spicy, so you can add or subtract depending on your taste.
Okay. Boy, yeah, I think that would really go good with hot rice, huh?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's good stuff.
So how's your soul food coming, Chris? coming right along?
Yeah, it's coming along.
Chris, I noticed that you went up a few times. What are you doing?
You have to stir it every 5 minutes to make sure that it doesn't burn. You want to get all the Brussels sprouts to get all the flavor.
Maybe you can get the overhead camera and watch Chris mix that soul food sweet and sour spare ribs. There we go. Yeah, looking good. Look like miniature cabbage, doesn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
And now that you have the meat semi-brown, it's okay to add the chili mix.
Okay. Chili mix goes in next.
Stir it around. There, get it all coated.
So how often do you make this at home?
Maybe twice a month.
More for a special occasion, would you say?
No, just if I'm feeling like eating chili.
I see.
Okay, now that you got the spices in there, you can add your 4 cans of stewed tomatoes.
Okay. 4 cans of stewed tomatoes.
Yeah.
So how many students do you have in the automotive program now, Harold?
Total about 37.
Wow.
37.
And what is the capacity of that?
Maximum capacity for both first and second year is 40.
Oh,
Yeah.
And you can throw in your bay leaf.
you have a new chancellor at your Hawaii Community College. How's he doing now?
He's, as far as I know, he's doing really good. Yeah, he's a kind of really personable kind of guy, you know, and he comes around and he talks, and you know, in fact, he was here today, and you know, he's like, you know, he's like Chris, though. He's a, you know, I heard he was
shorter than me.
He's shorter than you by 1 inch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's a real nice guy, real good. Yeah. I really believe he'll do well for our college.
So he's treating your automotive program quite well?
Yes, he is. He is.
Good,
Yeah.
good.
He's a auto kind of guy too. You know, he likes, you know, to talk about cars and things. So, yeah.
The last ingredient I have to add is beans. Some people don't like beans. Some people do. I'm using white kidney beans. You can use the red ones. It's just that personal preference. I rather eat the white ones. The kidney beans does not go in until about maybe 10 minutes before you're ready to serve. Basically, it's just to heat the bean up. If you were to put it in now, and after it's done simmering, the beans would just
Disappear.
yeah, be all mush.
Yeah.
Beans are good for you. They've got a lot of soluble fiber.
And they're fun to eat. Yeah.
takes that cholesterol out of the bloodstream.
They're fun to eat. You know, they're musical.
I see.
Right, Chris? Talking about our chancellor, you know, he came up today, and you know, if anybody out there has a 77 Bronco, he's looking for one, so give us a call.
77 Bronco.
Yep, 77
Okay.
Bronco.
Well, we've got a lot of people watching out there,
Yeah,
so if
yeah.
anyone has a 77 Bronco, give us a call.
Yeah.
Okay, basically now that you got all the ingredients in the one pot, you can just put it on a burner with a low to medium simmer
Okay.
for about 15 minutes to half an hour, depending on how soft you want the meat. Stir in occasionally.
Okay. So then we'll let that simmer, and then after it simmers for about 15 minutes, I guess, Brent, you'll add the
Kidney beans.
the beans,
Yes.
huh? The kidney beans. And what are we going to do next, Harold?
Okay, we're gonna do my recipe.
Okay.
Okay, it's a very, very difficult recipe. You know, I always choose very difficult recipes, and
Harold Fujii is going to do a kimchi chicken. And Harold always has some real good recipes.
okay,
for
you
us.
need one of these things. You know, this
One of
tool
these
over here. You
blenders,
know,
huh?
this is tool time. You need one of these blenders over here.
Okay.
I hope I know how to use it. You know, he has too many knobs.
Okay.
Do you have your OBD scanner? Maybe you can help me with this here.
Do you know how much that thing costs? That's another thing.
Okay, it's called-
Becoming a mechanic, it's expensive.
What I'll first
Tools.
do is I'll do the marinade. Okay.
Okay.
Very difficult. The marinade has 2 ingredients: sour cream and kimchi.
Okay. The
So-
marinade consists of 16 ounces of sour cream and 10 ounces of kimchi.
Okay, so
Where do you get all these fancy recipes?
this one is a old family recipe that my wife made up about maybe 3 weeks ago. No. It's okay. You use only the cabbage now, not the juice.
Okay.
So I have to be careful. Yeah, I was specifically, told. So let's get this. And
No kimchi juice.
well, you can actually adjust it later on if you have to, but when I tried it, I never need to. So
Okay.
let's do it.
So that's just like one tub of kimchi.
And you can use whatever kimchi you want. I mean, it's preference. So let's get all this out here.
Boy, last time you made a grape jelly
Smoked meat.
smoked meat, yeah?
Yeah.
And
Kind of,
then-
yeah.
Then the other time you made a stew, right?
Yeah. Luau stew.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so I guess I gotta put this cover on, because, I want people out there to still be my friend, So I'll try and get this guy going. Wait, need a tool. Where's my fork?
Is that snap-on or is it Craftsman?
Huh? Yeah, watch out. Okay, try again. Okay, let me just add a little, liquid.
Add a little liquid
Yeah.
there to
Kind of get it
get
going.
it going, huh?
Yeah, just a tad bit right there. And then if it don't go, then help. Okay, it's starting to go.
It's getting there.
It's getting there. Okay, we're getting there. Get the thing cavitating, so you gotta kind of uncavitate the thing.
All right.
Okay, he's almost there. This takes a lot of talent, to do. Okay, it's good enough.
You
Okay, you
should
kind of get it, pretty smooth consistency.
Okay.
And the next very difficult thing you do is add your sour cream.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna add my sour cream.
And for those of you who just joined us, you're watching Agriculture 194E, Focus on Agriculture. And we have Harold Fujii.
That sounds like a transmission.
Hey, Brent, I think transmission giving problems there. In fact, John just did a transmission today. What you think's bad? The torque converter.
And Harold's making his famous kimchi chicken. I think it needs a muffler job.
Yeah.
Sliding the trans already. Gotta overhaul, I think. Now it's done. Okay, you kind of get it to this consistency, so.
Nice and creamy, huh?
Yep, nice and creamy.
Okay.
Okay, then I'll leave it like this for now, and then next you get your chicken.
Okay. Get 3 pounds of chicken thighs, skinless, boneless,
Okay.
unless you like the skin. And the other ingredients, for those of you who are taking notes, 1 cup of flour, and garlic salt, and pepper.
Wait, stuck.
So this is the kind of recipe the people back home like, you know, something, few ingredients and real simple.
I kind of look at the size of the chicken and I try to, make it kind of the smaller size. I just kind of slice it up and make it about the size that you want. Oh, Pratt, I'm using your knife. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that's all right.
Okay. Thank you, Pratt.
You're welcome, Fujii.
Okay.
So we've got 3 things going now. We've got Chris's Soul Food Sweet and Sour Brussels Sprouts. And we also have Brent's Smoked Meat Chili. And we're working on Harold Fujii's Kimchi Chicken. And he just got through making a marinade, which consists of 16 ounces of sour cream and 10 ounces of kimchi that has been blended to a creamy consistency.
Okay, I cut it up to bite-sized pieces.
Okay, and the chicken thighs, boneless, are cut to kind of bite-sized pieces.
And I use a Ziploc bag, instead. You can marinate it in a bowl or, a marinade dish or whatever you want. But I think it's easy to handle to put in your refrigerator to use one of these things. So we take our marinade and we just...
Okay, so you just put them all inside a big Ziploc bag and pour the marinade inside with the chicken.
And...
Can I borrow that fork?
Okay, sure.
Oh, you really know the shortcuts, huh?
Yeah, and then we kind of...
dishes now.
Yeah, there you go. Then you kind of massage it around here a little, and then we put it in the refrigerator overnight.
Okay.
And then, okay, so that's the marinade. Okay, so let me take this away.
So you marinate the chicken in the bag, in the Ziploc bag, then you put it in the refrigerator for overnight.
Yep. And then the next process before we bake it, I like to, you can actually, this recipe, you can also fry it, deep fry it, but frying takes time, but I think it does maybe a little better, but you can do it either way. I like to bake it because, time is the factor. Yeah, you can just pop it in the oven and then watch American Idol or something like that, yeah? So, okay.
That's a good thing American Idol's on Tuesday, Wednesday, not Thursday night.
Yeah. Chris Pratt said he wanted to enter, Okay, so about a cup, yeah? And I season the flour, I put garlic, salt to your choice,
Okay, garlic, salt to taste.
To taste. And pepper.
Pepper to taste.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then kind of mix it up a little, yeah, you know. And then we're ready to go. Then, although this hasn't been, you know, sitting all night long, you take your chicken, yeah, and you place it in your flour, you know, you kind of coat it. And then put it in the pan that's going to go in the oven, you know. And, you know, I'm not going to do it all yet because we kind of, how's our time factor?
It's okay.
Okay,
We'll have
so,
time for...
and we don't have an oven over here too, so I guess you're not going to eat the chicken.
I hope we have a magic oven.
Yeah, we do. I'm just going to
okay.
throw that in, yeah. So after placing it in, you know, then, let me close this before it's all over the table. Then you bake it in the oven.
For about what
Half an hour first, you know, and then flip it over after another half an hour. And you can bake it to however, you know, amount you want it. So you go in. I have my oven back here, see? So you pop it in the oven.
30 minutes at 350, and then after 30 minutes, flip it over.
Yeah, then ding ding. 1 hour is over. And you pop it out. Oh, this is hot, you know.
Sound effects and all.
How do you like my oven there?
Look at the
And there you
acting
go.
skills.
All right.
So this is how
Maybe
it
our
turns out to
overhead
be.
camera can zoom into our kimchi chicken. Just hold it still.
Okay.
There you go.
I'm just making it challenging for the camera people.
Okay, that's Harold Fujii's famous kimchi chicken.
So it's quick and easy, and you know, it's a nice recipe.
Okay, well then our last dish is it Kalbi style short rib by John Nishimoto. And for those of you who just joined us, you're watching Agriculture 194E, focused on agriculture. And this evening we're featuring the Hawaii Community College Automotive program with instructor Harold Fujii and 4 of his students, Brent Sakamoto, Christopher Pratt, and John Nishimoto. And we have on the stove cooking right now our soul food sweet and sour Brussels sprouts, and we've got our smoked meat chili going, and our magic oven was fantastic, and we just pulled out the kimchi chicken, and now we're going to have John Nishimoto do his famous Kalbi style short ribs. Okay.
Well, mine are going to be fast because I'm just going to make the marinade and
Okay, sounds good.
teach them how to just make this marinade. All you need first is like a half cup of shoyu.
Okay, half a cup of shoyu.
And trust me, it's good because we tested it out this afternoon.
Pre-tested, okay.
4 tablespoons of brown sugar.
Okay, 4 tablespoons of brown sugar. And then?
Then we got 2 tablespoons of chopped garlic.
Okay, 2 tablespoons of chopped garlic or minced garlic. Okay.
1 teaspoon of ginger.
Okay, 1 teaspoon of minced ginger. Fresh ginger, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Then 2 tablespoons of toasted sesame seeds.
Okay, 2 tablespoons of toasted sesame seeds.
Sesame seed, yeah.
How's it going?
2 tablespoons of sesame seed, the sesame oil.
Okay, 2 tablespoons of sesame oil. That sesame oil is just a good flavor there. So how'd you get this recipe, John?
Oh, I don't cook book. I just wanted to get some time for them. We wanted the first year guys to do this, but there's no volunteers.
Okay. And that is your marinade, huh?
And maybe a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, black pepper.
Okay. 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper.
Then this is about 1.5 pounds. You can use 1.5 to 2 pounds of short ribs.
Okay. So you got about 1.5 to 2 pounds of short ribs.
Mhm.
And how long would you marinate this, John?
I would say overnight is better, yeah.
Okay.
See, I put it in one Tupperware container like this because I can shake it around, huh?
Okay.
Keep turning it and stuff. Keep it in the refrigerator overnight.
Okay. So this is the alternative style of marinating. You can use a Ziploc method or the
Oh, yeah.
plastic tub method.
Then I guess you can either broil it or make it on a hibachi. We made it on a hibachi this afternoon.
Oh, wow.
And as you
We
finish
have
stuff.
a magic hibachi here too tonight. And I guess our overhead camera can zoom into John Nishimoto's Kalbi style spare ribs. And boy, that looks good. And so we still have on the stove going Chris's soul food sweet and sour Brussels sprouts. How they coming there, Chris?
They're almost done.
Maybe our overhead camera can zoom into the
Yeah.
Brussels sprouts there. How we doing? There we go.
They have a sort of a brownish, greenish color. When you saw them, they were light colored. Now the vinegar it's boiling off, but it's still not ready because it's not I'm not able to poke a fork through the Brussels sprout.
Okay.
So I'd say another 10, 15 more minutes.
Okay. And then Brent, how's your smoked chili coming?
Looks pretty good.
Smoked chili's coming pretty good, really steaming away, simmering. And a little bit more time before you add the beans.
Yeah, it's a little bit more.
Okay, then maybe what we can do is go to question and
Okay,
answers,
that's
and
fine.
then just tell me when it's ready, and you can plate it up. Okay? Okay, while the soul food sweet and sour Brussels sprouts are simmering away on the stove, and we also have Brent Sakamoto's smoked meat chili going, we're going to open it up to question and answers. The phone numbers are on the screen. The numbers are 961-9046 and 974-7726. So if you have a question for us, please give us a call. We are coming to you live this evening from the television studios located in the Mookini Library here on the University of Hawaii Hilo campus. And my guests this evening are from the Hawaii Community College Automotive program. My guests this evening are Harold Fujii, the head instructor there for the Automotive program at the Hawaii Community College. And he brought with him 3 of his students, Brent Sakamoto, second-year student, John Nishimoto, second-year student, and Christopher Pratt, first-year students. And we have our first phone caller, so we'll take the caller. Could you let us know where you're calling from, and go ahead with the question, please.
From Hilo.
Okay, and your question?
I wanted to find out, the guy that made that short rib thing,
Yes.
I wanted to find out, his hair looks super soft. What kind of conditioner does he use?
Suave shampoo.
Do you have another question for John? Okay.
Yes, hello.
Yes, go ahead. Where are you calling
Yes,
from?
on that chili, I'd like to know, if you don't have the smoked pork, what do you use in place of that?
Okay.
If you don't have smoked pork, you could just add maybe another half pound or use a whole pound of bacon. It should give it that smoky flavor that the smoked meat adds.
Okay, thank you. The show is terrific tonight. Thank you.
Thank you
Thanks.
very much for calling. And so if you want smoked meat, just give Brent a call. I'm sure he has some available, and he may be able to provide you with some smoked meat. Okay, do we have any questions from the classroom? No questions from the classroom, so I guess maybe we have another caller. Could you let us know where you're calling from and go ahead with the question, please? Hello, you're on the air.
Hi.
Hi, where
I
are you
want to
calling
know,
from?
you know the guy who's making the Brussels sprouts?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, how long you gotta boil it, and you know, how tall is he? He's so handsome.
He knew he was gonna.
There you go, Chris. How long do you steam it?
I pretty much steam it for 25 to a half hour.
Until you can poke that
Till
fork
you
through the
poke
Brussels
floor,
sprout.
yeah, when it's soft.
And how tall are you?
I'm 6'8". And I think the caller's name is Gilda, right? It's Gilda? It's Gilda.
Do you have another question?
This is one of our female
Very delicious.
auto mechanics.
Okay, do you have another question?
Delicious.
Oh, okay. Hey, Harold,
Thank you.
you got to be proud of your kids and yourself. They say the food looks delicious.
Oh, thank you, Gilda.
Okay, we have another caller. Could you let us know where you're calling from and go ahead with the question, please?
Hello?
Hi, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Hamakua. I have a question for Chris.
Chris?
I need to know why it has to be frozen on the Brussels sprouts before you cook it.
It's easier for me, and I basically don't use water because it's one less thing to put in. Does that answer your question, Matt?
Sure. I would like to know why didn't you qualify for the Vulcan steamed on the basketball side?
I never actually tried. I sort of asked one of the players, but they said they don't need any help.
They said you're too
But
short.
what was their record last year?
No, but I thought they said you was too short.
Yeah, I was too short.
Yeah.
The Vulcans have a winning team this year.
He says that because he's got a lot of friends on the team.
Do you have another question for Chris?
No, that's it.
Okay, well, thank you for calling.
Thank you.
We have another caller. Could you let us know where you're calling from and go ahead with the question, please?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm calling from Oahu.
Okay.
I have a question for Chris.
Okay.
You're steaming that Brussels sprout. Do you add
Can you
water?
stand a little bit further back from the TV set?
Sure.
Okay, go ahead.
You cannot get all of us.
In that dish.
Oh, why do?
Does he add water to?
No, I do not add water because an ice cube is made up of water, and that's why I have frozen Brussels sprouts.
So you don't drain the Brussels sprout after you steam it?
No.
No.
He doesn't drain it because when it's frozen, there's a lot of ice crystals in there, and that provides the moisture for the soul food, sweet and sour
Brussels sprouts.
Brussels sprouts.
Thank you. You have a good team tonight. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Okay, well, thank you for calling from Oahu, and we have
is that,
another
only 3 to
caller.
1, right?
Could you let us know where you're calling from and go ahead with the question, please?
Hello, Hilo.
Okay, Hilo, and your question.
This question is for Brent.
Okay, Brent.
The chili, there was so much sauce in there.
Yeah.
And you didn't put no tomato sauce in there?
No, I did. I put in 4 cans of stewed tomatoes, juice and all. You can cut it back if you don't want it too watery, or you can add more if you want more tomato sauce and more soupy.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you for calling from Hilo. And we have another caller, so could you let us know where you're calling from and go ahead with the question, please?
Oh, okay. I'm calling from Kauai.
Okay, and your question from Kauai.
Okay, it's the first question about my car.
Okay, what's
When
wrong?
I start them up in the morning, the thing goes kitty, 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 kitty.
How is that again? Do that noise again. How
We
does
have to
it go?
hear the sound, you know?
Oh, she hung up.
Oh.
Prank caller.
Well, if you want to know how to fix your car, give us a call again. We've got the experts here.
According to what I heard, it's like she has some kind of cat problem because she says it goes kitty, 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 kitty. So.
Could be. Okay, we have another caller. Could you let us know where you're calling from and go ahead with the question,
I know
please?
she's gonna call her.
Hello, you're on the air.
Hi,
Where are you calling from?
this is, I'm calling from actually Oahu.
Okay.
Stay away from the TV.
This question is for Fujii.
Okay, Harold, question for you.
Yeah, I was just wondering, I was wondering what you're doing on TV, man.
Good question. I kind of wonder myself too. Now we thanks to Dr. Fujii, he lets us come on here begrudgingly. I think he allows us to come on, but we do have a lot of fun.
Oh, thanks, man. By the way, this is Stalker.
Hey, how's it, Stalker? What you doing on Oahu?
I actually changed to move jobs.
You're working then?
Oh, yeah, I'm working.
Okay, good.
I just wanted to say hi, man.
What about your most important person in this whole world?
Oh, gotta be you, man.
Okay. Okay, you take care and you drop by, when you come into Hilo.
All right, I will, man. Take care.
Okay, well, thank you. Thank you for calling from Oahu. We have another caller. Could you let us know where you're calling from and go ahead with the question, please?
Hello.
Hi, where are you calling from?
Calling from Anohola, Kauai.
Okay, Kauai, and your question.
My question is, what is the ingredients for the smoked meat chili?
Okay, that's Brent.
Ingredients is about 1 medium-sized bell pepper diced up, 1 medium-sized round onion diced up, about 1/3 of a pound of bacon, about 1/2 pound of smoked meat, and about 4 to 5 pounds of chopped up meat. I'm using boneless short ribs, but you could use any other beef that you like. And chili mix and stewed tomatoes.
Oh, right on. I noticed you guys never mentioned anything about making them hot, like putting some kind of chili pepper in them.
It's up to you. It's what kind of taste you have or who you're making it from. If they like it hot, then by all means you can put as much chili pepper in you want. If not, I try to make it mild. I'm not sure if everybody wants it really hot. I can handle it hot, but well, I'm not going to only eat it
Right
by
on,
myself.
thank you.
Easy.
Okay, well, thank you for calling from Kauai. And we have another caller. Could you let us know where you're calling from and go ahead with the question,
I'm
please?
calling from Hilo,
Okay, from Hilo, and your question.
and my question is for Harold Fujii.
Okay, Harold.
I was wondering why you didn't wash the chicken before you made it.
Oh, this because of time restraints. But I think you're right. You should do that.
Yeah, because for health reasons.
Yeah, being that you created the recipe.
And the blender, did you have it on the right speed?
Yes, I tried to have it on the right speed, but something was wrong with the transmission. So we'll have John check it out tomorrow.
Yeah, I hope you didn't break it.
I'll buy you another one if I did.
Okay, and don't forget to bring home food. Okay, bye.
Okay, well, thank you for calling from Hilo. And we have another caller. Could you let us know where you're calling from and go ahead with the question, please?
Hi, I'm calling from Pepe Kale.
Okay, Pepe Kale.
This is for the gentleman who prepared the short ribs, I guess.
Okay.
Can he repeat the recipe for the marinade, please?
Okay, John.
Oh yeah, that's 2 cups of shoyu.
We're getting the recipe here.
Grab that cookbook.
It's it's a half cup of soy sauce, 4 tablespoons of brown sugar, a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, 2 tablespoons of garlic, 1 teaspoon of ginger, 2 tablespoons of sesame oil, and 2 tablespoons of toasted sesame seeds, and a 1/4. That's it. Was that is it?
Does that answer
Okay,
the question?
thank you very much. Great show. You guys are doing a good job. Terrific. Bye-bye.
Bye. And thank you for calling from Epikeo here on Hilo. And we have another caller. Could you let us know where you're calling from and go ahead with the question, please? Hello, you're on the air.
Hello.
Hi, where are you calling from?
I have 2 questions.
And where are you calling from?
One is when you cook the chicken,
Okay.
do you cover it, and how hot do you cook it, and how long?
Harold?
Okay, you cook it in an open pan. You don't cover it. And you cook it for half an hour on one side, then turn it over for another half an hour at 350 degrees.
Oh, thank you. And the other question is on the short ribs. Do you cook it very fast and hot and cover it, or do you leave it uncovered?
John?
Oh no, if you're making it on a hibachi, then it's going to be open. But then if you broil it in the oven, it's supposed to be like about 5 inches from the heat.
Oh, I see.
Does that answer the question?
Oh, you guys so handsome.
It's your accent.
Thank you so much. I enjoy your show.
Well, thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. Got some admirers out there, Hawaii Community College auto body students. We have another caller. Could you let us know where you're calling from and go ahead with the question, please?
I am calling from Kailua, Oahu.
Okay, Oahu.
And I have a question about the Kalbi.
Okay.
Is there a particular brand of shoyu that you use?
John?
Oh no, any brand, depending
brand?
what you want, yeah.
Okay, and then do you bake or broil?
You broil.
Oh, okay.
Or hibachi.
You broil or put it on a hibachi. It's better on a hibachi.
Oh, yeah, okay. Now, another question about the chili.
Chili.
You only put 2 cans of beans in there with all of that.
I'm not a really big bean fan, so I only put 2 cans. But again, it's one of those things that to your taste, so how much beans you like, you can add as much.
Okay, okay. Well, you guys are doing a wonderful job. Good to see guys cooking.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling from Oahu. And we have another caller. Could you let us know where you're calling? Whoa.
Hello?
Yes, where are you calling from?
Hi, I was calling about the, what is that, smoke stew. Yeah, you brought up.
Smoked meat chili.
Okay. Instead of using the beef and the pork, you can probably use hamburger.
I've made it with hamburger. It comes out okay. Actually, it's just a different texture, yeah. Hamburger is good. I've made that before, but I just thought I'd just change it up a bit and use actual meat.
Oh, okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
We're calling from Honoka.
Okay, thank you for calling from Honoka'a. And we have another caller, so could you let us know where you're calling from and go ahead with the question, please.
Kaunakakai.
Kaunakakai.
Rogers, reprise off. I'm Marion. How are you?
Well,
You guys laugh constantly.
you have a question, or are you just going to keep doing that? I guess no questions. We'll take the next caller. Could you let us know where you're calling from and go ahead with the question, please?
Hello.
Hello, where are you calling from?
Oh, I'm calling from Oahu.
Okay, and your question? Go ahead.
Okay, I have a question for the rib man.
Okay, John?
Ribs.
Go ahead with your question.
Can the ribs be put in the oven and bake slowly?
Yeah, if you want to. But it's better to broil it if you're going to put it in the oven. They say like about 5 inches away from the heat.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. And I also just wanted to hear my voice on TV. Thanks. Bye-bye.
You sound very good. Thank you for calling. I believe we have another caller. Could you let us know where you're calling from and go ahead with the question, please?
Yeah, how's it? I wanted to speak to that comedian Japanese guy.
Okay, which
The
one?
one-
Which one is
The one making the chicken, yeah?
Oh, okay.
How's it going? I'm calling from Kailua, Oahu. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Okay, I wanted to know what the outcome of that recipe, how the thing tastes at the end. Do you get that kimchi taste or what?
Actually, in my opinion, it kind of tastes like a garlicky kind of chicken. I guess it, kind of incorporates the flavor of the kimchi, which is, if you could smell it, if it's smell-o-vision, you could kind of smell that garlicky.
It smells good from here, Harold.
Yeah. So maybe if you come over, one day and you can sample the recipe.
Right on, sounds good. Okay, thank you, brother.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, thank you
Okay.
for calling from Oahu. And we have another caller, so could you let us know where you're calling
Hello, my question.
from? Okay, go ahead.
My question is, which way you cook the kalbi to make the meat the softest?
That's John.
What was the question?
What was your question?
Which way you cook the meat for make them the softest?
What was that again? You got me. What was the question?
Which way do you cook the kalbi
Uh-huh. You want to know how to
make
cook
it
it?
the softest?
The softest, to make it
The
the
most
softest.
tenderest way.
Oh, how do you make it nice and tender, John?
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's a cut, yeah. People use, they go to the butchers and have these ribs cut one certain thickness and they butterfly it. I guess that's the best way, but since I was pressed for time, I just got this regular short ribs from the market.
Where you guys shows they coming from?
What is that?
Where are you guys right now?
In Hilo.
In a room?
Oh, okay, thank you.
Okay.
Aloha.
Okay, thank you for calling. We have another caller. Could you let us know where you're calling from and go ahead with the question, please?
Sugar pie, honey bun.
What are
You
you?
know that I love you. I can't help myself.
American Idol this. Watch out.
Ah, okay. Are you sure you're on the right program? Okay, well, thank you for calling. We got all kinds calling in. We enjoy that. We have another caller. Could you let us know where you're calling from and go ahead with the question, please?
Hello?
Hi, where are you calling from?
Hello?
Go ahead. Where are you calling from?
Is this the Jerry Springer show?
Jerry.
I didn't get that question.
Is this the Jerry Springer show?
Are you one of the guests?
Dinner
I
special.
want to be one of the guests.
He said if
Oh, sorry, wrong show.
Okay, well, thank you for calling. Wrong number there. Do we have another caller? We have another
Do
caller.
chickens have big talons?
What?
Hello? What was your question again? Oh, that was another wrong number. Okay, for those of you who just joined us, you're watching Agriculture 194E, Focus on Agriculture. And this evening we're featuring the Hawaii Community College Automotive program with Harold Fujii and his 3 students, Brent Sakamoto, John Nishimoto, and Christopher Pratt. And we have another caller, so could you let us know where you're calling from and go ahead with the question, please?
Oh, hello, Dr. Fujii.
Yes.
Yes, this is, I'm calling from Honolulu. This is
Haruso Jack.
Haruso Jack,
Yeah,
okay.
not Haruso Joe. I'm Haruso Jack.
Okay.
Haruso is short for hallucination. But anyway,
okay.
I wanted to tell all you guys that you guys are all very handsome. Anyway, my question was for John. You know, by looking at you, I get this feeling that you have a choice recipe for brownies.
Oh, man.
Okay, well, it takes all kinds to make our program tonight, so thank you for calling.
What do you mean?
We have another caller, I
Your eyes?
believe.
You gotta open your eyes. Huh?
Could you let us know where you're calling from, and go ahead with the question, please.
Yes, my question is about the I guess the chili.
Okay.
How would it taste if we just didn't put any beans in it?
Okay.
I'm sure it wouldn't affect the flavor too much. It's just, like I said before, it's just a personal preference whether you like beans in your chili or not. I don't think it'll make any real difference, taste-wise, one way or the other.
Would it be bad if I kind of just mashed it up? Because I don't like the bean either, but I guess it adds some form of thickness, yeah?
Yeah, it may thicken up the chili a little bit. If you want to have a little thicker chili, I guess you could put in the beans, and I guess maybe smashing up would work to get it a little thick.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
And also
Okay,
add
well,
some
thank
form
you
of
for calling.
entertainment after.
And we have another caller, so could you let us know where you're calling from, and go ahead with the question, please.
Yeah, I'm calling from Honolulu.
Okay, go
I'd
ahead.
like to know if the big guys are available.
Okay.
No.
You don't want to go on a date?
Well, we got another call, looks like, we have another caller, good. Could you let us know where you're calling from, and go ahead with the question, please. Hello, you're on the air.
Hello?
Oh,
Hi. The Chinese chicken you have?
Well, it looks like we're getting all kinds of callers tonight. So it makes this program interesting. Like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. We have another caller. Could you let us know where you're calling from, and go ahead with the question, please.
Calling from Hilo.
Okay, and your question?
My question is for the guy that make the chili.
Okay.
Chili.
Yeah, I want to know what kind of smoked meat.
Homemade.
Is it pork or beef?
Pork.
Smoked
Okay,
pork.
thank you.
Okay, thank you for calling. Do we have another caller? We have another caller. Could you let us know where you're calling from, and go ahead with the question, please.
From Kona.
Kona, okay, and your question?
Do you know for the chicken?
Yes.
Do you have to grease the pan?
Harold, do you have to grease the pan before you put the chicken in?
Oh, I use that non-stick spray. Yeah, I use non-stick spray, so that's about the best. It kind of cuts down on the greasiness.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, well, thank you for calling. And we have another caller, so could you let us know where you're calling from, and go ahead with the question, please. Oh, the caller hung up. How's our chili coming, and the Brussels sprouts? Is it ready to
taste?
Show on TV?
Yeah,
the beans are going to go in right now. So
oh, the beans are going to go in now. So while we're opening the can of beans, I think we got another caller. We have another caller. Could you let us know where you're calling from, and go ahead with the question, please.
Yes, I'm calling from Hilo.
Okay, and your question?
And this message is for Harold.
Okay.
Harold, the question is, aside from chicken, can you use any other type of, I guess, meat with that marinade that you had made?
I never did try any other meat, but I suppose maybe pork would do okay. I guess I try to use chicken because it's supposed to be a little more healthy.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, well, thank you for calling from Hilo. And if you do try Harold's recipe with pork or beef or whatever, let us know how it turned out. I think we have another caller. Could you let us know where you're calling from and go ahead with the question, please?
Hello?
Hi, where are you calling from?
Kailo, Oahu.
Okay, and your question?
I have a question for the man making the chili.
Okay, that's Brent. Go ahead.
Can he let us know what kind of how do you smoke the pork? What kind of seasoning do you make with before you smoke it?
I use vinegar, chili pepper, garlic, brown sugar, and salt. It's not really anything special. It's just how many of each ingredient you put inside. And I can't say that. It's a secret family recipe.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you for calling. And maybe we can get an overhead shot of the Brussels sprouts and also the chili beans, because I think they're about done. There we go. So while we're watching the soul food sweet sour Brussels sprouts and the smoked meat chili, we'll take the next caller. Could you let us know where you're calling from and go ahead with the question, please? Hello, you're on the air. Hello, are you there?
Hello?
Hi, where are you calling from?
Yeah, I'm calling from Honolulu.
Okay, and your question? Don't be
What
shy
is
now.
that you guys are, what are you guys are making?
What are we making tonight?
Yes, sir.
Well, we're making soul food, sweet and sour Brussels sprouts, smoked meat chili, Kalbi style short ribs, and kimchi chicken. Does that answer the question, sir? Okay, thank you for
You guys
calling.
know how to make any other Samoan food?
Samoan soup?
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. Gonna have to get one of our Samoan friends to help you out there.
Hey, all right, thanks, man.
Okay, thank you for calling. And we have our last caller. Could you let us know where you're calling from and go ahead with the question, please?
Hi, I'm calling from Hilo.
Okay.
And I kind of have a comment for the
Okay.
guy with the long hair.
Okay.
Which one?
I just wanted to let him know that if he put his hair up in a bun, he'd look exactly like Mulan.
Hey, now watch out. Now I do have long hair too. It's
Okay,
just
well,
hidden.
thank you for calling. We've completely run out of time. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the Hawaii Community College Automotive Program and Harold Fujii, the head instructor there, with his students Brent Sakamoto, John Nishimoto, and Christopher Pratt. We hope that you'll join us next Thursday evening when we will have the Hawaii Community College Food Service Program joining us next Thursday.
Yeah.
So this is Jack Fujii saying thank you for watching and have a good evening.